What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Talk Movies. I'm Brad.
There we go.
And Evil Dead Burn looks absolutely psychotic. This is the sequel to Evil Dead Rise, which we reviewed a few years ago. It's the continuation in the Evil Dead franchise. The official synopsis for this film says, Evil Dead Burn unleashes the franchise's most savage and terrifying ride to date, blazing onto the big screens with an all-new chapter of carnage and demonic mayhem. After the loss of her husband, a woman seeks solace with her in-laws and their secluded family home. As one by one, they are transformed into deadites, turning the gathering into a family reunion from hell. She comes to discover that the vows she took in life live on, even in death. Now, at first,
Man,
when I
what a fucking
I know, crazy, right? When I first looked into the synopsis and kind of the idea for this film, I thought it was going to be a standalone thing, and then I saw one of the teasers, and I saw the doc, and I saw things that were very reminiscent of the beginning and the end of Evil Dead Rise, and I was like, oh, maybe these things are actually going to be connected somehow. So I think these two films are going to have some back and forth connection, even though we don't know exactly what that is going to be yet. I was a fan of Evil Dead Rise. I thought they did a really great job with it, and I think Evil Dead Burn is going to be a psychotic nightmare in and of itself. So I'm pretty stoked to see what it's going to be.
I agree. I think the Evil Dead franchise definitely is one of my favorites, if I had to say, especially
It's good.
even as a was a non horror fan when I was growing up. But as I come to enjoy it, I thought the Evil Dead franchise was probably one of my favorites. I'll say this: I have not seen the Ash versus Evil Dead TV shows.
I haven't seen all of it. I've seen,
but I would love to,
parts of it.
It just looks fun.
Yeah.
Not trying to reach the whole Evil Dead reboot horror, but like it just looks fun.
Right. Well, here's the thing. For me, I was never big on Evil Dead growing up. Like it wasn't one of the horror franchises that I gravitated towards. But I will say, as I've gotten older, I have gained more of an appreciation for the franchise, for the characters, for the character of Ash. And I think what kind of clicked with me, and I heard someone else make this comparison, and this is what kind of made it click for me. It's kind of got it all in the same way that the Elm Street franchise has it all. Like, if you want super serious, freaky, nightmarish Freddy, go watch Elm Street 2. You know, go watch the remake. But there's also just fun as hell, balls to the wall craziness too, like what you get in Freddy's Dead or in, in other entries in 4, 5, and 6. Like it's just, I think Evil Dead is one of those franchises that can kind of play in both sandboxes and do it really well. So, and these films leaned a little bit more into the torture porn kind of, hardcore carnage. And I think it worked for it, and they were still fun. It's the kind of gore that's not so gratuitous to the point where it creeps you out, but in a good way. Not in the same way that Terrifier would be, or that, My Bloody Valentine was. It's kind of the same idea as the Freddy franchise for me. So that's kind of what made me justify it in my head. But I've gained a lot of respect for the Evil Dead franchise as a whole. Now, this film in particular, I think it looks spectacular, personally. I think from what I've seen of it and from the early reviews that we've heard, I think it's going to be really, really fun. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Red Band Evil Dead Burn trailer, starting in 3, 2, let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the...
No, I'm kidding. That's lame.
She was loading that dishwasher with speed.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What happened?
Immediate chaos. Is that what I...
Hello. Why the fuck would you open the door? Like, come on.
I know, like you already know.
Why? Like you just, something obviously made you run in. Something obviously made you run. Damn.
Man, I love Deadites. I swear, they're so fucking cruel.
We found you. William, my sweet boy. I would give anything for us to be together again.
Got to eat those words.
Our grandfather believed the devil would return if anyone read from the Book of the Dead. Cool down. The whole family can be reunited.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Sorry, not possible.
Cheers to your perfect family.
That's fucking.
I love that screen card right there.
That makes me want to
Imagine
vomit.
Somebody surviving.
Fuck.
that,
I
you know?
mean, gross, bro. Yeah, that.
talking about
I'm
the
trying to get
candle.
back to that. Dude, that looks.
Bro, that title card right
sick.
here looks.
That
baller.
is dope, man. I absolutely love that. That looks wild, dude.
It does.
Like, definitely leaning into the more action-packed, just hardcore violence in this film.
It's fast-paced horror, which I am like, I come to enjoy. Fans,
Yeah.
you know.
But and that's what I was saying before is like I feel like this franchise in particular has found a really good balance, and I think with these films, I know they're doing Rise, Burn, and I forget Wrath, maybe Evil Dead Wrath, I believe that's what the third one's called. They've found a really good balance between the action, the mystery, the suspense, the horror, the carnage, and the stuff that just makes you go like like that. I mean, you know, that kind of thing. Dude, the two worst things in this trailer. Drinking the candle wax, because I can't even imagine what that would do to your throat. Like, that would just be disgusting. But also the
Rough
falling
shot.
on the knives. That's why you don't stick your knives up when you're loading the dishwasher.
It's
Public
It's
service
definitely-
announcement. Stick the knives down in the dishwasher, home slice. That way an
don't
evil
get
zombie
sliced.
can't push them on you. A demonic zombie can't push you on top of it.
It's definitely what was I gonna say? It's squeamish horror, but it's not like straight body horror. If I had to
No.
correct it, and I think that's, I don't know. I don't mind body horror, but it can be a lot from time
Right.
to time. But
Yeah.
yeah, this stuff just seems squeamish. It's so fast paced, so cut and dry, and it's unforgiving. If I had to give it an actual title, but I think that's just a thing, a product of the Deadites throughout the franchise, because they are always brutal.
They really are.
They're always somewhat sarcastic and sassy.
And that, but again, that's where the cool balance comes in. Is like what they're doing is absolutely terrible, and I think Art the Clown. I think that's why that character has so much pull with fans, because he has the sinister, disgusting carnage nature, but he's also so damn funny sometimes. You know,
Man, he's got charisma.
and the Deadites, like, you know, her saying, you know, cheers to your beautiful family or whatever. Like, they do have that little bit of sarcasm and like, you know, like you kind of get the sense that they're doing this the entire time, and it's just funny. They always have that sense of sarcasm and silliness, but they're also super brutal. This looks super fast paced and intense. The cinematography looks spectacular, which I thought the cinematography in Rise was good as well, but like,
Yeah.
the color grading, the way that the shots are set up. Hopefully, we see that shot from the title card in the film with her running through this kind of red background of the forest. It looks great, man. Absolutely,
And they have
stoked.
really good. They have really good opening scenes, especially with Evil Dead Rise.
They do.
And, Evil Dead Burn. Now, I can't wait to see how the opening is going to come out. I would dare to assume right now, because I know very little about this right now, but continuation. I don't know. It seems like It almost seems like Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead Burn sounds like a. It sounds like a prequel. Or it feels like a prequel, especially with the
It
shots
could
and the
be,
light.
and I'm trying to think.
And
you
I
know,
wouldn't be mad at that. I'd be
the
really
beginning.
interested to see how that
Yeah,
core group from Evil Dead Rise and how they started out in the cabin, how
Yeah.
things came upon on that, because that was pretty brutal. That was a pretty brutal opening
Yeah.
scene too.
My
Which
my
was so
guess.
far removed. So
My guess is that both films will have some things that kind of tie together. I don't know that it'll be a direct prequel or a direct sequel to the events of Evil Dead Rise, but I do think in the third installment they'll probably kind of cross paths a little bit more somehow. But listen, one thing you got to say about this franchise, like it or not, it's been one of the most consistent horror franchises out there. I mean, even hell, you could even argue that the big three, Halloween, Friday, and Elm Street, aren't quite as consistent with the entries. You know what I mean? I mean, you've
Yeah.
got, I mean, back to back, you literally have, you know, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, and Rob Zombie's Halloween. Like, those are three very different films and three very different eras in the franchise's history. But I mean, this film or this franchise, like, The Evil Dead really has not had a bad entry, dare I say, in this entire franchise.
It's basically kept the same attitude.
It has.
I think apart from Ash being involved ever since Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2. But and obviously when it branched off for the whole Ash versus Evil Dead TV show, I think my favorite part was Ash and his relationship with the Deadites and how he goes about with them has always been kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
because he's
I
sarcastic
do-
too.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
he
just
kind
as
of comes
sarcastic
across
with
as a
them on it,
sarcastic
too,
asshole as
so-
well, and like
Yeah,
he
so,
can
like-
kind of play off of that with them.
And also, it's just Bruce Campbell. It's just, you know, he's a goat actor, I would say.
Love
in
us, Bruce,
regards
man.
into that genre, and I would
Love
have
it.
loved to have met him, like, personally, if it didn't cost an arm and a leg to meet him.
Remember, he wasn't at Scarefest this last year because
that's
he
what
had
I mean.
he had cancer. I wonder how his cancer battle's going.
I looked it up prior to this, and it said it's some it's a treatable cancer, but it's not curable.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
knew
know-
he
I
was.
don't know
I
what
knew
that
he was
means.
in treatment.
Yeah.
But
So, but yeah, props to Bruce Campbell and his job at the helm of the Evil Dead franchise. But I think now with what the direction they're going, it's something that I'm pretty fond with right now, especially with
yeah,
a lot of the big moves horror is making nowadays. Which I gotta say, we definitely should catch up on some of the new horror stuff.
definitely.
We've been-
Sam Raimi
little
produced
back
this.
on it.
I wondered if he was involved.
I hope he was. Shit.
Yeah,
Love Sam
that's pretty
Raimi,
awesome.
too.
God, Sam Raimi, he's another one, man. Like, huge range. Like, everything from Marvel stuff to this. Like, it's just, he's done, like, a little bit of everything. Love Sam Raimi, man.
Yeah.
Great. And then we got to see kind of the mixture of all of that. Like, there, you know, we even said in our review for Multiverse of Madness, like, it almost felt like there were elements of Evil Dead that he pulled into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Like,
Oh, without question.
so cool
Yeah.
to see those two worlds combine. But I'm super stoked for Evil Dead Burn. I think it looks spectacular. and I'm really excited to see it this Friday. This movie comes out this Friday, man.
It does.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm glad we caught it quick.
Super action-packed, super brutal, and a good time had by all, except for the dude that fell on top of his his dishwasher because he didn't put his steak knives down. You got to put silverware down, dude.
Live your
Life lessons,
dude.
PSA for
Live your
every.
life.
No, don't live your life. If you want to live your life, A, don't let a demon back into your house, but B, put all of your silverware down, facing down in the dishwasher. I do that because I have a toddler. Can't afford that. Can't afford that hospital bill.
No.
But, guys, let us know your thoughts on Evil Dead Burn in the comments below. Please leave this video a like if you have not done so already. Please follow us on social media at LTM Podcast KY. We will be back very soon with our review for Evil Dead Burn. Burn. Maybe Michael Myers will make a demon cameo walking out of the house. That'd be pretty dope.
Keep them the fuck out of Evil Dead.
Yeah, for real. Separate the two. Guys, we'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Bye.